The village was called Kala Pahar. Everyone there knew deep inside the jungle a witch lived, and with her a terrifying tiger. At night, the witch would call out to the villagers, and the tiger would hunt them down. One day, Kareem gathered the courage to enter the forest. He thought it was all just a rumor. Suddenly, everything around him went silent. From a distance, an old woman's voice whispered, "Come this way." As Kareem turned to his right, he saw a witch standing there, red eyes, a sinister smile, and right beside her, a massive tiger slowly stepped out of the shadows. Kareem tried to run, but the witch whispered softly, "Tonight, you are mine." The next morning, only Kareem's torn clothes were found near the forest, and even now, at night, people still hear the witch's laughter, ha 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 ha, and the tiger's roar. There was a dense forest. A terrifying witch lived there. She used to trouble all the animals. At night, she made strange noises and scared everyone. Deer, rabbits, birds, none of them could live in peace. One day, a little tiger bravely stood up. He said, "No more. We'll fight together." All the animals gathered as one. They went in front of the witch and shouted loudly. Suddenly, the witch got scared. She realized there is strength in unity. From that day on, the forest became peaceful again. The power of unity, the witch's defeat, a little tiger's courage, a forest's victory. Tiger. Everyone in the village knew no one goes near that old tree because as soon as night falls, a skeleton sits on its branches. People say whoever goes under that tree never comes back. One day, Rafiq bravely said, "I don't believe in ghosts." He went alone to stand beneath the tree. Suddenly, everything turned dark. Knock, knock. As Rafiq looked up, the skeleton slowly started climbing down. Its eyes were burning like fire. In one swift move, it grabbed Rafiq and vanished into the darkness. The next morning, the villagers saw the skeleton was sitting on the tree again. But this time, it was Rafiq. Forest sounds. In a dense jungle, there lived a gentle deer. Everyone loved him. But in that same jungle, there was a terrifying witch who used to capture animals. One day, the deer lost his way and came face to face with the witch. Just then, a brave man stepped forward. He said, "Don't be afraid, I'm here." The man lit a fire and scared the witch away. The witch ran off in fear, and the deer was saved. When there is courage and love, any darkness can be defeated. Shh. Deep night, silence all around. In the distance, the howls of jackals echoed. In a small village lived a boy named Rahat. Suddenly, he woke up in the middle of the night. He looked out the window. Under the old banyan tree, a dark shadow was moving. Curious, yet afraid, he stepped outside, slowly walking toward the shadow. But the closer he got, the bigger the shadow became. Suddenly, a terrifying demon stood right in front of him. Its eyes glowed red with a horrifying smile on its face. It roared, "Anyone who comes out at night, I never spare them." Rahat was scared, but he gathered his courage, closed his eyes, and began to pray. Suddenly, everything went silent. When he opened his eyes, the demon was gone. That very night, he understood if you have courage and faith, no darkness can ever truly scare you. In the deep of night, a thick fog settled over the forest. Lost and confused, I suddenly found myself standing beneath an old tree. That's when I saw her, a beautiful fairy calling out to me. But there was a strange red glow in her eyes. She smiled softly and said, "Don't be afraid, I'll guide you." I started walking behind her. Suddenly, the air turned cold and her wings slowly began to turn black. I realized this was no fairy. This was the terrifying witch who traps people by changing her form. I panicked. I turned to run, but then I saw she was standing right behind me, whispering soft, "Now you can never go back." Whispering deep inside a dense jungle, the four of us friends had lost our way. All around us, just trees and an eerie silence, not even the sound of birds. Surprised, suddenly we noticed a faint light in the distance. We thought maybe someone is there. As we got closer, we saw an old broken hut. Whispering, the door was half open. From inside, Whisper called out, "Come in." Gathering Gathering our courage, we stepped inside, but there was no one there. Only 4 pictures hanging on the wall. When we looked at them, our blood ran cold because those pictures were of us, exactly as we were standing right then. Suddenly, the door slammed shut behind us, and the versions of us inside the pictures slowly started to smile.